Hello and welcome to part 9 of this tutorial on how to create a full-stack website using MongoDB, Express, React, and Node. In this part, we'll finish up our blog state and show it in the browser. So let's get started. Inside of the blogactions.js file, we need to make another action. Copy down the update blog action, rename the constant to delete blog, highlight each dispatch type, then rename them to delete blog request, success, and fail. Switch the Axios request type to a delete request. For the action parameters, we'll pass in ID. Now in the route for our delete request, we'll pass in our ID. Get rid of the blog info we were sending with our update request. Now in the store index.js file, make sure you export the store constant, which I missed last time. We're done creating our blog state. We have all our constants, reducers, and actions set up. Inside our home screen, we're going to show the 3 blogs we created previously in Postman. Under the div containing our headers and our trail image, I'll create another div. Give it a class name of classes.blogSlide. In that, we'll put an image. Give it a class name of classes.blogSlide_image. A source of skyline, and an alt text of skyline. Add a div under the image. Give it a class name of classes.blogs_container. Now to work on the Redux part. We'll need to import useSelector and useDispatch from React-Redux. Our get blogs action from our blog actions file. And we need useEffect from React. Before we return in our home screen, we need to do a few things. First, create a dispatch constant, then point it to the useDispatch function we imported. Next, we'll set up our useEffect function. Create the basic arrow function setup with an array for our dependencies. In the function body, we'll dispatch our getBlogs action. For the first param, the page number, we'll pass in null for now. It will default to 1 and it's the first page, so that's fine. For the second param, the page size, we'll pass in 3, since we only want to show 3 blogs on the home screen. In the dependency array, we'll pass in dispatch. Next, we need to access our blog info from global state. Create a blog list constant, point it to the useSelector function. In the parentheses, we'll create an arrow function with state as a param and point that to state.bloglist. So with this, we're setting our blog list constant to hold all the information in our blog list reducer. Now we want to destructure some info from blog list, so create a constant, then open up some braces where we'll destructure loading and blogs from blog list, but rename loading to loading blogs. Now we should have access to our blog state. So down in the blogs_container div, we'll first check if we have loading blogs. or if we don't have any blogs at all. If either are true, with a ternary check, we'll return a div with loading. If both are false, so we're done loading and we did get some content back, then we'll return blogs.map to map over our blog posts. In the parentheses, we'll create an arrow function with post and idx as param. In the function body, we'll return a div. Give it a class name of classes.blog_card. And a key of idx. In the div, we'll check if we have a post.image. If we do, return a React fragment. And in that, we'll pass in a div. Give it a class name of image_clipper. Inside the div, we'll pass an image. Give it a class name of classes.blog_image. A source of post.image. And an alt text of post.image. If there's no image, we'll return a div with loading. Under the image clipper, we'll add a paragraph. Pass in the post.description. We'll need a link, so import link from React Router DOM. And we'll pass this in right above the second closing div. So right under the blogs_container. Give it a class name of classes.link2. This link will bring us to the blog page, so give it a to prop of /blog. And in between the tags, we'll pass in -more. Now we're done setting up the home screen. If you don't already have it, I'd suggest getting the React-Redux DevTools extension for Google Chrome. It allows you to view your state and it helps with debugging. Just Google React-Redux DevTools extension and it should be the first one to come up. Now with that installed on my browser, I'll run our dev script. And you'll see I get this error. I gave the wrong class name to our image clipper div. It's supposed to be classes.image_clipper. I didn't access the classes object first. Now if I save that, our app should be working fine. I'll open up the Redux DevTools extension on the right, which you can do by right-clicking on the browser window. And it's kind of small, but if I refresh the page, our get blogs action dispatches get_blogs_request, then get blogs success once it successfully got our posts. If I go to state, expand blog list, then blogs, you'll see each one has an ID, a title, and so on. And that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching.